start the broadcast with tragic news coming from India. An Air India flight carrying 242 people crashed shortly after takeoff in Western India's Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad City Police Chief says there appears to be no survivors and 204 bodies have been found. The Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, operating as Flight 171 bound for London, went down outside the airport perimeter minutes after departing. The plane took off at 1:39 p.m. IST from the Sardar Vallabhbhai International Airport. On board were 230 passengers, 2 pilots and 10 cabin crew members. The airline confirmed the nationalities: 169 Indians, 53 British nationals, 7 Portuguese and 1 Canadian. India's aviation regulator, the DGCA, says that the aircraft issued a mayday call before crashing. The plane struck the rooftop of a residential complex, a doctor's hostel belonging to the state-run Vijay Medical College. And images from the site show the aircraft tearing through the dining area of the hostel where the interns and the doctors were having lunch. Visuals from the scene depict charred debris, thick black smoke billowing near the airport, and emergency personnel rushing victims on stretchers. The Indian Army, National Disaster Response Force and local police joined firefighters in search and rescue operations.
मेरी बहन मेरा सिस्टर दोनों है अंदर और हमको जाने नहीं दे रहे, सारे रास्ते ब्लॉक कर दिए हैं हमारे इधर से।
नहीं वो लंदन जा रहे थे क्या?
लंदन जा रहे थे वो। मेरी भांजी है, हम लंदन, वो वहाँ जा रहे थे। भांजी ने फोन किया मम्मी पापा वो फ्लाइट में है, तो हम इधर नरोड़ा से सीधा दौड़ के इधर आए हैं।
नड़न है, नड्डो है, दोनों है।
वो क्या करने जा रहे थे और क्या?
वो उसकी लड़की के पास जा रहे थे।
किस तरह से आपको पता चला और क्या किस तरह?
उसकी बेटी ने मेरे को कॉल किया कि मेरी मम्मी पापा आ रहे हैं, मेरे को भी मालूम नहीं था, सरप्राइज थी ना इसलिए।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi termed the crash heartbreaking beyond words. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and the ministry has confirmed multiple fatalities, though the final casualty count is still awaited.
What has happened in Ahmedabad is a very tragic accident. We have lost a lot of people. We extend our deepest condolences to all those who have lost their loved ones. There are, I understand, several foreigners also. Those updates you will receive from the relevant departments, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Air India and others. They are putting out something, I guess, soon. That's the latest that I can share. We also, it's still an evolving situation. Rescue operations are on, so you'll have to wait a little more time for exact details to be put out.
Ram Mohan Naidu, India's Civil Aviation Minister, visited the crash site and took stock of the situation. He's meeting the officials as well. The aircraft was under the command of Captain Sumit Sabharwal, who had over 8,200 hours of flight experience, and First Officer Clive Kundar with 1,100 flight hours. The Dreamliner first entered service in 2011, and this marks the model's first crash. The downed aircraft had flown its maiden journey in 2013 and was delivered to Air India in January 2014. Boeing said it is aware of the incident and is gathering further details. World leaders, including Russian President Vladimir Putin, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, European Union President Ursula von der Leyen, Maldivian President Moizu, and officials in Beijing, Tehran, they all have extended condolences. UK Foreign Minister David Lammy expressed deep sorrow at the tragedy as well. And just a short while ago, the Civil Minister of India, Ram Mohan Naidu, visited the crash site, taking stock of the situation. Let's listen in to what he said.
I'm totally shaken by the incident that has happened today near Ahmedabad airport. Very tragic and very, very horrific. And even till now, I have to say I'm in a state of shock. When the event happened, I was in Vijayawada doing the review of that airport and attending one state program. But the moment I got to know this incident happened, I wanted to be here physically at the site, try to find out more about what happened and what needs to be done. And also Honorable PM has called me and also told me to be there at the site and also look into the operations which is going on right now. And right now, if you ask me, I can only think about the passengers, their families, what they might be going through, and especially the civilians also who are there near the crash site. A lot of relief effort has been done already, right from Indian Army, NDRF, state police, medical departments, including aviation concerned departments. Everyone has attended immediately. The fire department, to the best of their abilities, they have been functioning here and doing the rescue operations. And we still have to find out the numbers. I don't want to put any wrong numbers to you, so we still have to go through the numbers. And my condolences, my prayers, my thoughts with the families of the bereaved. And we are trying to extend all the help that can be done. And even our Honorable Home Minister is also coming to inspect the site right now. He will be coming here. We'll go through another round of inspection. We'll talk to some of the people who are here and all the teams that are here. And then we are having one meeting at the Circuit House. Circuit House? Annex. So we will be discussing some more things there. Maybe once we go through all these discussions, I can give you some more information.
And our correspondent Siddhant Sibal is now joining us on the phone line. Siddhant, the information that's also coming in is that the former Chief Minister of Gujarat, Vijay Rupani, was on board the flight which crashed. Tell us more on that.
Well, more details are awaited in terms of the victims of the plane crash in Ahmedabad, but international condolences have been pouring in. We have seen comments by the British Prime Minister Keir Starmer over the plane crash. Over 50 British nationals were on board the plane that crashed. Condolences have been pouring from various countries, whether it's Singapore, whether it is Sri Lanka, whether it is Maldives. The Russian President Vladimir Putin has written to the Indian Prime Minister and the Indian President offering condolences over the plane crash. And globally also foreign ministers have extended condolences, including, of course, the British Foreign Secretary David Lammy in the British Parliament confirming that there were British nationals on board. There was Portuguese nationals and one Canadian national on board the flight as well. But this is India's worst civilian crash. This is also an international tragedy in terms of the presence of the foreign nationals. Of course, there are growing calls for investigations as well. We know that the American FAA has extended support to the Indian side as well. There's a statement from Boeing as well. In fact, this is the first such a fatal crash involving the Boeing Dreamliner. This is something truly shocking, and India is in a state of shock since the terrible tragedy that took place earlier today.